Okay, today I'm going to start a video on my channel. It's about watches, right? I have an Instagram account, gfw_watch. So if you have been following me, you know that I have a few pieces in my own collection. Alright, so this is one of my, or the only Vostok Amphibia that I have. Actually I bought this like earlier this year, and I've actually modded the dial, the bezel. It's just a simple mod. You just pry out the existing bezel and then you get whatever bezel you like online, and then you just press it back in. So today what I'm gonna do is to replace the crown. Okay, the original crown on Vostok Amphibias, they are made from brass that is chrome plated. And then I've heard several issues of this crown, either the chrome plating peeling off, or it might cause some kind of a galvanic corrosion on the stainless steel crown tube. So to be on the safe side, I actually bought this stainless steel crown. It's with the sign B for Vostok in Russian. So I'm gonna just show how to replace the crown. Okay, first thing we need to do is to open up the case back. Let me just screw this back down. So on Vostok, the case back is slightly different from normal watches. You see, there's actually a ring that rotates, and then this cover is actually fixed. You can see there's a notch at the bottom here. Alright, so actually I've pre-loosened the ring, so now I'm just gonna like very easily unlock it. Alright, so before I unlock everything, I usually use this blower to blow away any existing dust or skin cells or anything that would be stuck on the case back. Right, so as you can see, this ring came off on its own, and then the cover is still intact. So from what I see, it should be easily removed. Okay, maybe I have to pry the notch there. Okay, I've actually used the spring bar tool to actually pry this open. So now it's loose, and we get to see what's inside. Alright, so this is the in-house Vostok movement. I think it's not bad, for a very basic and affordable movement. They even actually went ahead and signed the crown with a B. Looks pretty decent. Of course, there's a plastic retainer ring for the movement, but for watches at this price, we couldn't complain much, right? So now I'm gonna go ahead and try to remove the crown. So I'm gonna just unscrew it, and I'm gonna pull it up. Okay. So as you can see, I'm not sure whether it's showing up, there's this little button here. So when you press that, you'll be able to pull out the crown. So I'm gonna try to do that and see whether it's worked. It needs a little bit of yanking there. I think that's because of the rubber o-ring inside the hole. I'm not sure if you can see that. So now, oops, okay, it's here. So just do a comparison between the two. everything should work. So I'm just gonna squeeze it in. Okay. Alright, I've managed to push in the crown. It's just that after you push it in, you have to screw it down all the way to make sure that it's fully in. And then just to make sure that everything's okay, I gave the same button a little press when I fully screw it down. So now everything seems to be working as well. So now I unscrew. So on the first position, I can wind it. You see, there's the main spring moving around. I'm winding it. Alright, see, I'm winding. Okay, and when I pull it out all the way, I can adjust the time. Alright, see. And as for the date, because there's no quick setting as I aware, so I'm not sure whether there's any quick setting, I can't remember. But usually what I do is let me see, this is the winding. Pull. Yep, there's no quick set. So if your date is out, you need to turn it all the way between 12 a.m. Let's see if that's working. You see, all right, just got 8. So right, it's good. So now with everything back in place, the new crown and all that, I'm gonna make sure everything's clean and pop back the cover. Right, so yeah, this is the cover. Well, I should be greasing the O-ring again, just for security reasons and make sure that everything's okay. So maybe I'm gonna do that off camera because that's gonna be quite messy and my hands will get all greasy. So I'll see you back in a while. Okay, I've applied some this O-ring gasket grease. I got this fairly cheap from AliExpress, so that's why it's in Chinese. Alright, so now we're gonna pop back the cover. So we're just gonna make sure that it is the right orientation. Yep. Amphibia. Alright, and what we need to do is just to screw back this ring. Alright, I'm gonna put it on the case holder so that I have more grip to fully tighten it. Well, if you're afraid that you might actually scratch the back, or when the case back tool slips, so you can actually put some masking tape or some painter's tape, but well, I just don't care too much because yeah, this is gonna be like a rough watch anyway. So just let me give it one more tight and oops. Right, I guess it should be good enough. So now let's check if everything's working well. Unscrew it. So I'm able to wind it. So it's still got this, the famous loose crown on Vostok. So there's actually a story on the crown and all this construction. So why is it loose and it's not stiff? So I believe you can find some very good reading online, or maybe you can look for on Wikipedia for Vostok Amphibia. There's this, they explain how they used like machines that are not very accurate to produce this watch, during the, I think the 60s or 70s in Russia when they wanted to make their own watches. So let's try. Okay, pull it up. Yep, still sets. All right. Okay, I think that's it. Good. Yep. So, well, you can see there's a now it has a sine crown, a B, right? And then from the old crown and stem, I don't really see any signs of corrosion or anything yet, but yeah, I don't know. Okay, so that's it for today. If you like what I do, and then if you are my Instagram follower, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. This is my new channel, so I'll be putting up more videos on watches, like maybe not only mods and all that, but maybe some brands and some my personal thoughts on watches that I have. All right, till next time, see you.